This is the 2016 iPhone SE and we're going to see how well it performs today. Hi guys, Kurt here. Today we're going to take a look at the first gen iPhone SE and why it may still be an option for buyers out there. Released in 2016, this phone is identical to the iPhone 5S, with the key difference being similar specs to the 6S in a smaller package except the front camera. More onto that later. So as you can see in comparison, the SE is a lot smaller compared to the 6S, which both use identical specifications. The iPhones share the same building materials, except being the SE also has glass on the rear top and bottom. Specs we see in the iPhone SE are a 4-inch Retina screen with a 640 by 1136 pixels, 2 gigs of RAM, Apple's A9 chip with a PowerVR GT7600 GPU, a rear 12 megapixel camera capable of recording at 4K 30fps, a front 1.2 megapixel camera, and a 1624 mAh battery, which is a bit anemic for today's standard. But most importantly, it's got a headphone jack. Now I'm making this video today as this iPhone is running iOS 14.3, which means at the time of this video it is running the latest iOS that's found on the latest iPhones. Well, what makes it special, you might ask? This is currently the last iPhone model that supports iOS 14.3 with a screen size of 4-inch in this format, which means it is ideal for people who prefer compact phones or for someone who can hold the phone in one hand and be able to touch the screen easily from top to bottom, which is something that we can't do with today's phones because phones are becoming increasingly bigger. Now, because of the iPhone supporting iOS 14.3, it is able to run widgets, which is neat, and surprisingly the phone is still snappy today. Now, this phone was from a box load of phones with no history and the battery is saying 100% health, which is bizarre as the phone has wear and tear cosmetically and the battery inside the iPhone is original. And I have tested it and the battery life holds very well, but I do know Apple does slow down phones to preserve battery life when the battery is degraded. So I loaded up Call of Duty Mobile and the game was a smooth experience on medium settings and high frame rate selected. The game ran surprisingly better than expected, with the noticeable frame drop if an explosion went off, sometimes in close range. Next I ran PUBG, which was running on the same identical settings. The frame rate was not as smooth as Call of Duty and I did find it difficult to play with the screen size there was, as all the buttons were closed together. I've never played PUBG on phone, but I would say using an Xbox controller or a PlayStation controller via Bluetooth would definitely help with playing games that require a lot of button pressing. I then ran Antutu benchmark to see what score this phone can achieve. Bear in mind this is 2015 hardware in a 2016 phone. Whilst running the benchmark and playing the games, I did notice that the battery was draining more than what I'm used to on a phone, which is a Xiaomi Mi Mix 3 5G, which the capacity of that is 3800 mAh, which is double over the iPhone. Also bear in mind technology has come a long way since 2015 and 16. And since then, CPUs today are more power efficient and a battery pack for the iPhone SE would come a long way. Also bear in mind, technology has come a long way since 2015 and 2016 and CPUs have become more power efficient. So a battery power pack case for the iPhone SE would help it a long way. With the Antutu benchmark complete, we can see that the iPhone SE has a score of 168,605, which is impressive for the age of the device. Compared to more modern phones like the Xiaomi Redmi Note 8, that scores 167,833, the Nokia 7.2 scores 148,113, the Motorola G8 Power scores 145,118, and the Motorola One Vision Plus scores 160,476. So this is pretty impressive for the size of the device and what it's able to perform. So here is some shots taken on the iPhone SE back camera. I would say it is what's to be expected for the age of the device, however it still does hold up well. The camera also has a setting to enable HDR shooting. And here is a video taken on the iPhone SE's back camera. However, for the front 1.2 megapixel front camera, it has not aged well at all. The iPhone SE uses the same camera as the iPhone 5S, but the 6S uses a front 5 megapixel camera, which again isn't a lot for today, however it still would be a significant difference between these two. So we're going to do a test now on the iPhone SE's microphone. So I'm just going to unlock the device and go to the voice recording app. And we're going to start a test now. This is me talking into the iPhone SE's microphone. Testing, 1 2 1 2. So now we're just going to play that into the microphone. And we're going to put the volume up so we can hear it. This is me talking into the iPhone SE's microphone. Testing, 1 2 1 2. Lastly, I wanted to test the speaker quality, so I headed over to YouTube and put a song on the device, and it holds up well. There is only one speaker on the device located at the bottom of the phone, however it was a pleasant experience. The phone did not sound tinny, however it did vibrate sometimes, which it did distort the sound, however it was not enough to ruin the experience. So the question is it any good? Considering this is the last iPhone alongside the 6S that both support iOS 14.3, there are a lot of people out there that used to own an iPhone 5S and remember how easy it was to hold. It's compact, easy to use with small hands or something that's not big and bulky. I think Apple did a good job supporting this phone, and the best part is you can pick one up online for around £35 box, and that's a bargain. This phone is also cheap to repair with a replacement screen costing £10, and don't forget this phone is still software supported by Apple. Even cheap portable cameras out there are more expensive than this. This is why I conclude that this phone is a fantastic buy for someone who wants a cheap compact phone that is fully capable. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more tech videos, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon to be notified of more upcoming videos.